Saturday's main event. This is a 50-50 matchup. It's one that's been predicted by legends Manny Pacquiao and Ray Leonard, as well as contemporaries Keith Thurman and Mikey Garcia, as an all-action, exciting fight. Hard to pick a winner. This will be our 8th matchup of consensus top 5 ranked opponents on Showtime just this year. That's a remarkable number of top champions facing their top challengers. It's a trend that's proven to be contagious amongst the PBC fighters, and we've all enjoyed watching and the benefits of that. Together, Danny, Garcia, and Shan Porter have been presented by our team at Showtime 20 times. We've seen them come of age, earn world titles, achieve stardom, and even survive dramatic razor-thin setbacks. Now they're headed for what is arguably the biggest night of their careers. In all, we'll present 6 fights on Saturday night live, each significant in its own right. The 3 Showtime Championship boxing bouts will begin live at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, and we have 3 preliminary fights airing on our social media channels beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific. We have 2 rising stars on our countdown show, and we have 1 potentially record-setting world title fight featuring Amanda Serrano. So, like so many before it, Saturday's fight card is a can't-miss event. We look forward to bringing it to you, and we look forward to helping to lead this renaissance for many years to come. Thank you. Good luck to all you fighters.
Before we get to the main Showtime fights, there is a terrific undercard yet again on the show. There were some terrific fights off of television and terrific talent, including undefeated fighters Jeffrey Torres and Dylan Price from Philadelphia, undefeated and his first time on the mainland for a pro fight. From the Virgin Islands, Olympian, stepson of Julian Jackson, Clayton Warren. Clayton, stand up. Heavyweight, obviously a heavyweight. Cordell Booker, undefeated out of Brooklyn, New York, and we've, on every one of our shows, had a presence from Brooklyn and from the 5 boroughs, from fighters that have represented New York in the Golden Gloves and tried to create a local flavor. On that note, Chris Colbert, rising star from Brooklyn, New York, 8-0 in the featherweight division. And both Chris and Richardson Hitchens will be on the Showtime stream that begins at 7 p.m. as Chris de Blasio said. I also want to acknowledge a young lady that's fighting Amanda Serrano for the 140-pound WBO junior welterweight, but the junior welterweight championship is 140 pounds, but it's the 140-pound title of the WBO, Yamila Reynoso, who's also here. And then I'm going to bring up to represent the undercard, but also to represent women's boxing, and we've done this on every show we've done under the Brooklyn Boxing banner, and PBC's done it on every show we've done in the New York area. There's been a premier female fighter on the card, and on Saturday night it's going to be no different. It might be a little different because this female fighter at 29 years old on Saturday night will likely, or I'm not going to say will likely because I can't look past any opponent, and this is a tough fight with a much, much bigger woman. But she's going after her 6th world championship in her 6th weight division. That's only been done in the history of boxing by Manny Pacquiao and Oscar De La Hoya. She's 29 years old, and if she does that on Saturday night, she's likely cementing her Hall of Fame, I saw a trophy in here, her Hall of Fame credentials, in my view. I'd like to bring up, Ring Magazine calls her the 2nd best female fighter in the world, pound for pound. I call her the best female fighter in the United States. No offense to Clarissa Shields, who's a great fighter. She just has to earn some more stripes. The great Amanda Serrano.
Wow, thank you, Isabella. I always get nervous at these things. I never in the ring, only here. But I want to thank the Bella, Showtime, and Barque Sansa again for allowing me to have this great opportunity to make history again. Love you guys. I'm going to put on a hell of a show like I always do. Definitely want to thank my team, my trainer, Jordan Maldonado, my publicist from Puerto Rico, Fernando, who's always making sure my face is out in Puerto Rico. Thank you, Fernando. And my best sparring partner, my sister, Cindy Serrano. She's the best, and if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here. But come Saturday night, I'm super excited. Sixth division, that's up there with two of the greatest men, De La Hoya and Pacquiao. And I'm more than honored to be a part of that crew. And I just have to say, I won all my titles by knockout, so I gotta keep that trend going. So come Saturday night, it's gonna be a great night. Thank Jamila, but also for taking this fight. You know, she's a bigger girl, but I'm tough, and I want that sixth division. And thank you all for coming. And come Saturday night, it's gonna be a great night of fights.
And now I get to hand it over to one of my buddies, one of the voices of Showtime boxing, but also one of the voices of everything else if you watch sports television, the great Brian Custer.
Thank you, Lou. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to say fantastic job by the promoters promoting such a high-quality fight that we're going to have on Showtime Championship Boxing come Saturday night. You got two of the best in the business. You talk about Lou DiBella and Tom Brown, and Rick Cagusi is here as well. I think I saw her walking around here, done a phenomenal job promoting this fight. Love Lou DiBella a lot. Lou DiBella gave me my first job in combat sports, so I'm always grateful to Lou DiBella. Love him like a father. Appreciate you, Lou. Brett Yormark, he's talking about the Barclays Center. You know, I like to describe the Barclays Center whenever we have events there as the new mecca of boxing. And that's the reason why they've signed that great deal with the PBC. Congratulations, Brett, on what you've done with the Barclays Center. Now let's get down to the fight and let's hear from the fighter. Triple header of fights that are coming your way on Showtime Championship Boxing on Saturday night. We talked about Amanda, but Amanda, one thing I wanted to ask you is, you talk about a 6 world title, 6 different weight divisions. You heard the 2 names, Oscar, Manny Pacquiao. They're the only fighters, male or female, to accomplish something like that. If you're successful Saturday night, what would that mean to you to be in that class?
Well, it would mean everything. And like I said before, it's a great honor to be there. And I hope I'm doing something great for female boxing in the future. You know, if it's not for me, I hope it's for the young girls coming up in the sport. I hope I can continue to break down these barriers and open these doors for these young women. And hopefully I can cement my name in the Hall of Fame.
Thank you, Amanda. Now we get down to the televised version of the evening. We're going to start things off in the heavyweight division. You have a former world champion in Charles Martin taking on Adam Kovnowski. Adam, undefeated fighter, fighting out of Brooklyn. And Adam, you're facing a former champion. You passed basically every test that's been placed in front of you. Do you think this fight puts you on the scene nationally if you're victorious Saturday?
Yes, I think so. After Saturday night, everybody will know my name. Adam Kovnowski is going to be on everybody's lips. This is the course.
His opponent, the former champion of the world, Charles Martin. And Charles, I know you're looking to regain that title, regain the boxing public's respect again after your time away. You've had a couple of comeback tune-ups, but do you think a win over an undefeated fighter like Adam proves that Charles Martin is back and ready to compete at the highest level in the heavyweight division?
Absolutely. I'm going to go in there and put on a show Saturday and put myself back in where I need to be.
Deontay Wilder will be there. He'll be at the fight and watching. What's the message you're trying to send to the heavyweight division come Saturday night?
That I'm here. Yep. I belong here.
That would be the first fight of the night. And then we go to what we call our co-main event. You got welterweights. Dennis Ugas taking on Cesar Barrio Nuevo. And Cesar, let's start with you. This will be your first fight here in the States. What are you hoping a win over a fighter like Ugas on a national network like Showtime will do for you? Samson Lugovic will do the translation.
¿Qué piensas que va a hacer con Cuba en una emisora como Showtime en todas las naciones?
Buenas tardes, buenos días a todos los presentes. Muy contento de estar, ser partícipe, digamos, de estar en el evento, de estar muy feliz, agradecido con Showtime y con el promotor Sánchez Luiskovich por darme esta oportunidad. Sin duda va a ser una gran pelea, quiero que sea mi carta de presentación. Estoy preparado para dar un gran show y que la gente quede conforme.
You did this. I like to call you one of the most dangerous guys and fighters in that welterweight division. You just continue to roll after win, roll up win after win after win. Do you believe, though, this win over Barrio Nuevo finally gets you that title shot against one of the big boys at 147 pounds?
Él dice que a él le gusta, además que uno de los peleadores más peligrosos en la división. Él te gusta ver sigue peleando y sigue ganando pelea tras pelea. ¿Tú crees que una ganada contra este oponente te pone al frente de esta división con la pelea que tú quieres?
No, buenas tardes a todos. Gracias a PBC, a Shan por apostar por mí. Vamos a una gran pelea de sábado. Barrio Nuevo es un gran peleador. Estoy en un honor pelear en la cartelera de Dan y Shan, grandes campeones, grandes peleadores. Y el sábado pienso que mostrar todo mi talento y va a ser una gran pelea.
PBC wants to thank Showtime. It's an honor to be a part of such a big part at the Barclays Center. Saturday he's just going to come and do what he needs to do. He's coming to win, and he's coming to put on a great performance, and the rest will take care of itself.
Do you believe a victory will finally give you that world title shot?
¿Tú crees que una ganada finalmente te va a dar una pelea para el título?
Bueno, pienso que hace 2 años soy uno de los peleadores más consistentes y activos del deporte. Pienso que estoy en la puerta de un campeonato, pero el sábado tengo algunos negocios que atender y después del sábado entonces hablamos.
He thinks he's been the most consistent fighter for the past 2 years. Again, he's going to come and put on a great performance on Saturday, and the rest will handle itself.
And now we come to the main event. 2 former world champions fighting for the vacant WBC welterweight title. Title that was vacated by Keith Thurman in April. Danny Garcia, the former WBC welterweight champion, taking on Showtime Shawn Porter, the former IBF welterweight champ. These are 2 fighters who basically been orbiting around each other quite some time, and now we've got the fight. Danny, I'll ask you, started off with you, and I'll ask you a question that I asked Sean, had shown on the desk last month. Both you and Sean are so similar. Former world champions, both trained by your fathers, both had that fight, close fight with Keith Thurman. What separates you from Shawn Porter?
First of all, I want to thank God. I want to thank my team, Team Garcia. I want to thank, Al Heyman, Showtime. What separates me from Showtime, Shawn Porter is, I just feel like I'm a better fighter. I'm a better all-around fighter. And, I just feel like I'm a better fighter, and that's it.
Sean, generally, fight fans, when you talk to them about the welterweight division, the 2 names they say at the top, they'll say Terrence Crawford, they'll say Errol Spence Jr. Kind of forget about Keith Thurman because he's been so inactive. But do you believe the winner of this fight changes that train of thought, that thinking?
Most definitely.
and especially the way that I'm going to win this fight is going to be, you know, what I do to this man next to me and how it's done, and when I win, you're going to be wondering whether or not those guys can beat me, whether or not, you know, those guys can really have what it takes to beat me. And you know, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to put on a great show. I'm here to win this championship and doing a fantastic form.
Danny, there's been this narrative out there that since you've moved up and been a welterweight, that they say Danny Garcia cherry picks his opponents. You heard Keith Thurman try to use that. I saw a skit that Sean Porter used doing the same thing. He kind of mocked you about it. Respond to that criticism.
Well, if I'm a cherry picker, don't that make you a cherry? Takes everything. I don't have to say much about that.
Sean? It's a good response. Vegas has Danny as the slight betting favorite to win Saturday night. So give me your thoughts on you going into this fight, ironically, as the underdog, considering this is a guy who, as you said, cherry picks his opponents.
That's what I'm used to. I know people won more money on me before, and it wasn't because I was the guy expected to win. You know, so there's gonna be a lot of people out there winning a lot of money, and I'm looking forward to doing what it takes for them to get paid. This is what I do, and I love it. You know, and as I said on the video, he couldn't find a cherry for Saturday. He getting in the ring with a pit bull. He know that.
Danny, this is going to be for both of you. Our Steve Farhood had an interview with Keith Thurman. We both have fought him. He rated both of you guys. He said ring IQ even, chin even. But he leans towards Porter by a decision. Your thoughts?
You know, that's his personal opinion. Like I said before, my style is completely way different than Keith Thurman. So you can't really go by that. You know, styles make fights. I'm a different type of fighter than Keith Thurman. I know I'm the better boxer than Sean Porter. And I just got to go in there Saturday night and improve it. Let it all hang out. Let my nuts hang.
You're coming with the response to that. Sean, your thoughts on Keith Thurman's prediction?
Yeah, I mean, he's right. Styles make fights. I know that's an unbiased opinion by Keith, so I respect it. Even if he had said he thought Danny would win, I still would respect it because he's been in the ring with both of us. He knows what both of us have. And even outside of that, he understands boxing. And so I respect his decision. I think one way or another, I'm going to win this fight. Whether it's a decision, knockout, I'm ready to do whatever it takes to win this fight. I told you before, man, there's nothing I've ever wanted in my life, in my entire life. I'm 30 years old. There's nothing I've ever wanted more than this. And with that being said, I'm out there to take it. Taking them nuts.
Oh, shit.
No homo.
Pause. Pause.
Hey, basically, I'm taking any and everything he coming with.
No young buck.
That's mine.
Hey, I'm trying to have more kids, bro. Don't hit me with no low blows, please. That hurt, dude. That hurt.
Hey, whatever it takes.
Never know about wildest days.
Shit, I'm
But okay, I'm with it.
Told you, I'm trying to have fun.
Absolutely.
That sounds like some weird fun, bro.
some fun boy shit.
And let's get back to the fight. This is for that big WBC, that green belt. You had it. And in fact, I was looking over your record. If I'm not mistaken, your first world title was a WBC belt, even at 140. What would it mean to you to have that strap?
Oh, it means the world to me.
Why?
You know, it's a new chapter in my career. It's a new chapter in my career. Been in a lot of great fights. I've been in a lot of tough fights. You know, I'm a seasoned boxer. I'm a seasoned champion. And just regaining something that was mine. You know, it's like a bully. You know, steals your lunch money. You can't wait to get him back, and then when you finally beat his ass, it's like, yeah, I knew I was the man. You tried to pick on me because I was quiet. You know what I mean? So it just felt like one of those moments where I just gotta prove myself that, you know, I'm still the best fighter in the world.
My follow-up to that is, and I talked with Shan about this, Errol Spence Jr. says that he's been promised the winner of this fight. If you're victorious, do we see a unification fight of Danny Garcia and Errol Spence Jr. in 2019?
Well, absolutely. You know, if the money's right, you know, like I said before, I want the biggest fights, the biggest money paydays. I'm in the point of my career where, you know, this will be my 4th world title, so let the money start talking. You know, I deserve it. I faced everyone they put in front of me. And right now it's just all about, you know, the moolah, the money. I got a family to feed. I want to have more kids.
Shan, you were once the IBF welterweight champion. Now you get this WBC belt. You have the opportunity to secure that around your waist. What would that mean to you?
It means the world to me.
Why is that?
This is my goal. I'm a very goal-oriented person. I set goals. I accomplish my goals. It's what I do. It's a part of me. It's a part of who I am. So I didn't know when I was going to be able to fight for this WBC title. And you know, as soon as this fight was announced for the WBC, yes, it's finally here. This is mine, my opportunity. I'm going to get it.
More so than the IBF belt?
Yes. This goal was set after the IBF title. I just felt like that this WBC title has so much lineage and so much wrapped around it, and for me to want to be a part of that, WBC family, that's what I'm going after.
We'll wrap it up with this. Give you a final comment on what should fight fans expect Saturday night when they tune into Showtime Championship Boxing.
Expect Danny Garcia to have the shortest ass new chapter of his life Saturday night. The shortest chapter he's ever had. It's going down Saturday in that fight. That belt's going back to Vegas with me.
Shortest ass and taking nuts. I don't know what to say. Nah, I mean, you know, I feel good. This is not new to me. I've been performing at this level for a long time. I put in the hard work. You know, it's been a real hot summer. You know, I missed my daughter's first day of school, the other day of preschool, so I'm sacrificing, you know what I mean? So, I feel good, man. And come Saturday night, I'm gonna get this victory because I'm the better fighter and I'm a true champion.